God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel good when I can touch the sky.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We're back with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast on this Wednesday, man. Y'all smash the like button, sub up to the channel if you haven't done so already. Of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and I make content about sneakers, occasional trial hauls, and y'all know we got Music Mondays on Monday, man. Sorry for Music Mondays, like how it was very freezy. I don't think it's going to be as bad this stream, but I do notice I am lagging just a little bit to the best of my liking. So I got to definitely see what that lag is. But I think the show must go on. We should be good to go with this. Other than that, normally I would introduce Dunks by this time, but I think Dunks had to work a little bit of overtime tonight. So he does have the link. So if he gets to the crib in time, he should be able to join right in, and I should just be able to put him on the screen, and we should be good to go, man. So other than that, smash that like button, sub up. I'm going to see all we got in the chat, but I also want to just touch on tonight's topics for sure, man. Pretty much was brought to my attention in the Sold Out Discord. That link is pinned up at the top, man. It was brought to my attention that Atmos, not too many sneakerheads really know about this like sneaker store / online store. Apparently there was only 3 locations in North America. So ironically, those 3 North American stores are officially closing. And I got some website information pulled up on that tonight, so I want to touch on that, see why they're closing, and just give my thoughts and opinions. And this is all alleged and opinionated based. This whole live, everything I say is alleged. But I'm just going to give my thoughts on it per se, like what I think may be the cause of it, and possibly just the future of the sneaker culture / sneaker market in general at this point, man, because I don't know if you guys haven't been able to tell, but things have been slightly on the decline just across the board for everybody. Now, I don't know if this was a plan by Nike or what have you or who, but it just seems like it's not the same. We had that like I guess you can say that spike from 2020 all the way to 2022 where everybody was a sneakerhead and everybody just was going crazy. But for the most part now, it's gonna be hard to really. Now it's really a lot of things are sitting. I think this will be the second year I know from I'll say summer 2022. We've had so many shoes sit, and same difference here in 2023. So I'm very curious what the plan is, and I think Nike may have raised their wholesale prices is what I've been got. I read just enough research just to be dangerous, but y'all know this is the point of live. We learn everything live, so hopefully we'll get a better perspective of it and see where the market currently is, man. So I'm very curious how that's gonna go. Let me see what we got in the building real quick, and y'all smash the like button. We got Kwame in the building, says, got called into work, ghost watching until I can replay later. Emery Black says, that's good. I can never hit on Atmos anyway. I ain't gonna lie, man. Atmos, if it was just some stuff that a lot of people really wasn't anticipating, I know for a fact that I picked up a pair of phone posits there. So it was like a hidden gem a little bit too for a lot of people who don't know. But it's also, I mean, if there's only 3 locations, and I think it was New York, DC, and then I got to check the other location. But I'm almost positive if it was just 3 locations to begin with, that's probably why you most likely had a problem to probably hit, you know what I mean? But I think, right, I'm trying to see if I can find all 3 stores. I'm almost positive. Yeah, New York, Philadelphia, and Washington, D.C. So they were all East Coast based. So, I mean, it's kind of sad to see them go. But if this stores like this is going, and I also found out that low-key that Atmos is actually owned by Foot Locker. Keep in mind, me and Dunks have done some lives where pretty much, Foot Locker closed over what was it, 400 stores it reported that was going to close by 2024 or something like that. So maybe this was a part of the list. Think about East Bay's not around anymore. You know what I mean? A lot of Foot Locker stores have really closed down, so are being cut short. So I guess this was just honestly a part of the plan, because, and I could think of some things that may have caused it. You know what I'm saying? Nike's answer to this, raising the prices. I mean, inflation has gone up everywhere. You know what I mean? So that's also going to play a factor into it as well. Manu the Kick says, they're all going online instead and rent to God and you know what, too dang high at the moment, especially in NYC selling bricks to keep the lights on. I think they said, yeah, they're probably just gonna stick with online base. And we've seen this happen with other stores too. What was the one joint? I want to say it was Shoe Palace. They went strictly online. They closed all of their stores. Don't quote me on that. I want to. Was it no, not shoes, no, not Shoe Palace. It was YCMC, like yeah, your city, my city, Shoe City. Yeah, shoe. They used to be Shoe City, then they changed it to like YM. So your city, Shoe City. You know what I'm saying, or something like that. But Shoe City, pretty much. I remember they closed, and I don't even think they went back on. I don't even think they went online. I think they just closed all their stores in general. But think about Shoe City. Remember we did a live on that? Those joints that closed. New Hype in the building with the salute. What up, New Hype? Smash that like button, everybody. Teenage Mutant says, gang, hope y'all are doing well. What up? What up? Let's see. The Slayer says, roll call sneaker squad 100. What up? What up? We got Raider Frank. The Tank says, never been to any location. But you could also hit online a lot too. Well, not all the stuff, because I'm assuming there was limited stock already. So, I mean, you wasn't going to hit on every single thing. But often people would forget. You know, I also hit on a pair of Air Maxes there. Those big bubble joints when they kind of sold out quickly online when a lot of people didn't think so. At least my size did anyway. I was able to go to Atmos and cash a W and got mine literally before everybody else's. Just fun fact. Let's see. Emery Black says the reason that sneaker game is going in the toilet is because there's only one bully on the block, and that's Nike. Remember when Adidas and Yeezy, they were going hard in the paint? Yeah, this is true. That's another thing that really put Nike back in the monopoly, so to speak. No matter how you slice it and dice it, and I'm glad you brought that up, Emery. Yay. Or whether we want to admit Ye or whoever needs who, but reality is safe to say that like they needed Ye and was needed for the sneaker game to kind of keep Nike at bay, so to speak. Even though Nike was at the tip top, pause, but at the same time they're like was pushing the limit of like if you don't have no competition, then you know Nike can kind of do whatever they want, and they was kind of doing that anyway. But like whenever you got somebody that still kind of keep you on your toes a little bit, it'll make you work hard and make you think. But now that you know, think about it. Imagine when you reach the top and you got to try to stay there because you got Adidas, still a little bit of a stretch, but right underneath you where people had its own cult kind of like following, not a cult, but it had its own like traditional following. That's a big difference, you know, versus now who's really trailing Nike. And we can say New Balance and Joe Freshgoods them is doing a pretty good job, but I mean, still, they're not like on the level of, you know what I mean? They're up there, but like it's still not touching Nike stuff. So I feel like, yeah, that's a big thing to think about, you know? Valid point. And Slayer says, like I said before, now it's time to go for your grails. This is true. I think maybe with Nike raising up the prices across the board on everybody, and also let's keep in mind, allegedly, in my opinion, I ain't no genius, but something tells me that not Adidas, but something tells me Foot Locker and them, because this is the stores that it's been hitting. They did a lot of like allegedly. I have a feeling a lot of pairs got backdoored and Nike got tired of it. Like, okay, cool. If we ain't gonna cut the account, we'll hit them another way. You know, a surprise attack. You know what I mean? Give them the stuff that people don't really want, but they need to sell it to make profit. Because, you know, Nike getting their cut because they're getting their stuff. They're selling it at wholesale. You know what I mean? No Hype says, I'm at work, but watching when I can. Okay, appreciate that, No Hype. Y'all smash that like button as y'all come in and out, man. So definitely a lot to talk about tonight on this one. I'm going to just read through the article. I'm going to check out Foot News first. That sounds kind of weird to say, but I'm gonna check out Foot News first because I think that's where I originally seen the story. Like when it was brought to my attention this morning, I think that's where I originally seen the story, and that's what I want to see exactly from there. And I'll spin off and see what the other sites have wrote about this as well. But it says Atmos to close its 3 North America stores, U.S. web-based site as Foot Locker banner focuses on Japan border Asia market. Oh, so they're closing the website too? Sheesh. Okay, so they're closing the whole Atmos joint. Wow. I thought they were gonna at least leave the website open, but I'm gonna share my screen, read through this article real quick, make sure Dunks hasn't made it through yet. Okay, cool. We good. Y'all make sure y'all can hear me okay. Audio's okay. Video may be slightly laggy, but I don't think it's that bad laggy. Or I could just be tripping because I look like I'm caught up now, but don't quote me on that. But anyway, let me share my screen here. Boom, right here. Says Atmos to close its 3 North America stores in the U.S. Website as Foot Locker banner focuses on Japan border and Asia market. So pretty much Foot Locker, which I didn't know Foot Locker owned. I didn't know they owned Atmos. I did not know that. So I learned. So this article just dropped today, October 4th, which is today. That is correct. Says the Atmos storefront in New York. And then I knew we had one in DC, but it didn't have too many like great reviews. I never physically been to a store. I just like have hit on some of the stuff online. Let's see. Atmos, the Tokyo-based sneaker retailer owned by Foot Locker Inc., is exiting North America. So looks like they're even coming offline as well. The retailer, which offline for America, I'm assuming, you know. A retailer which has 3 stores and an e-commerce platform in the U.S. announced today that it had made its strategic decision to focus on Japan and Asia. So it's only going to focus on Japan and Asia. Says the Atmos brands has unique and authentic identity, character, and spirit. Given the strength of Atmos in Japan and Asia, we are focused on further investing in the market. Though in line with the focus of our plans for simplification, we have made the strategic decision to close our 3 Atmos stores in North America and our Atmos US website. So that is confirmed. They are closing the website too. Wow. Said the Atmos SVP and GM Patrick Wash in a statement. We are confident that this is the right move for Atmos, and we will help us continue to work in services of bringing sneakers and street culture to our customers in Asia. I wonder why they're only leaving the U.S. market though. It just don't seem right. You know what I mean? Like I'm no genius, but it's like I'm not saying there are more sneakerheads over in Asia, but it's still like I feel like it just limits our ability to be able to cop sneakers too. If you want to look at things on kind of say like the negative side, how it's going to affect us. You know what I mean? So that's one thing you can definitely think about that. Like, I don't know. It's kind of really just caught me off guard. But at the same time, I'm borderline not surprised now that I see that it's attached to Foot Locker. Atmos was founded in Tokyo in 2000s, and the years since the retailer expanded its brick and mortar footprint, including 3 U.S. stores in New York, Philadelphia, which were blasted by New Women's Experience in October 2022 in Washington, D.C. Okay, so my thing is this. When did Foot Locker them buying them is what I'm assuming. Okay, I think this is the next part of this. So it says in 2021, Foot Locker spent $1.1 billion in cash to acquire both Atmos and West Coast shoe store chain WWS or WSS. I haven't heard of that chain. I'll definitely have to look them up. Specifically, the acquisition of Atmos Text Trading Company KK was completed for $360 million in cash. Sheesh. So looks like they put $360 million up cash. To let you know that the sneaker game, like if done correctly, they getting their money, man. Think about it. And they selling it all legit stuff too. Besides the backdooring stuff, that could be a whole nother topic, a whole nother live. But yeah, that's still a lot of money. But I'm assuming that they still ain't really losing money per se because I guess so if they're going to focus more on the Asian market side of things, but I guess it's because it's less like probably drama and issues that we're more vocal over here, but I don't really know how it is over on the Asian side of things too. So I don't want to speak out of turn because that's just alleged. I don't know how their copying and shopping experiences for sneakers are. I'm very curious if they have the same stuff that we've been through. And I'm not talking today's time because today's time is just a little bit of footwork for the most part, unless it's like a super duper hype shoe. Says insiders were bullyish on the deals. They are both really unusual companies that will complement the Foot Locker stable of brands. Matt Powell, then the senior sports industry advisor at the NPD group, said at the time of the accusation. So at the time that he bought them, he said, like, I guess they saw the potential and the money that could be made in there. So, I mean, that's always a good thing, of course. So I can't really knock the hustle on that. I'm just wondering if they even broke even at this point. But I mean, if they was getting it like that, would they really close the 3 stores here in North America? You know what I mean? Says in March, Mary Dillon, who was announced the next CEO of Foot Locker, this is true. So that also plays a part in it. Offered insights into the company's plan to reach $9.5 billion in sales by 2026, which included a strategy with 4 key pillars. I knew this all tied back into it, but the thing is, I think I didn't know what I just found out today. What I didn't know is that Atmos is owned by Foot Locker, so makes sense, makes complete sense. Divine Photo says Atmos always was overpriced and they sold bricks. Some of that stuff they sold at retail price. The shipping was like $15 though. I remember that. Shipping was pretty high versus, at that point, if you're spending, I feel like if you're spending over $100 some with a spot, it should be free shipping. Maybe that's just what I'm used to. But I feel like it should be free shipping by default if you're spending over $100 some with them company. Some people do 50, some people do 60. Says one of the pillars was the focus on optimizing its fleet and unique store banners. So I guess this is where this falls into play. This is one of their unique stores. The retailer said Atmos would serve as a ground for innovation while being rooted in Japanese culture. So I'm thinking this lady's whole goal is just to get them, they're trying to make, what she said, by 2026, they're trying to reach 9.5 billion in sales. So she's trying to cut like whatever she can to make a dollar like come in. She's making every dollar count from what it seems like. But I mean, still, I feel like it could have been done a different way. But again, she's the businesswoman, so to speak, not me. I don't technically own a business. Divine Photo says more people are buying online and not going to stores like before. This is true. And I think I can't remember who I was talking to with this about. And I want to say it was in like when I had the Goodfellas meeting. Somebody brought up the point of like, somebody said it in the Discord actually, like they missed the times where you can just go to the stores and put in that footwork and just, stand out line and this, that, and the third. While those days, it's a lot of risk that comes with that, like the dangers of getting attacked and stuff like that for your sneakers. People still did the backdooring just as much then. But the online stuff is, in my opinion, is no better or worse. It is convenient because you take your L at home and keep it moving, or you take your W on and keep it moving. But at the same time, it's like, at least if you knew a spot, got cool with a person, or you knew what time to line up, get there early, this and the third, I guess as you have them that day. I do kind of miss the days where you could just go pick them up on Saturday. And I also miss the days where they used to just drop them through the week. So honestly, you just had to go through the week sometimes. And I miss the days. Sometimes you didn't have to I had one spot. It was like DTLR, not in the area I am now, but in the area before then. It was pretty much like if you wanted the shoe, I already knew a spot where they always seem to have 1 to 2 sizes left. And I don't know if they were just holding them for me specifically, but I always used to go cop my joint on Saturday at DTLR. Yeah, but now a lot of people do buy more online. So I guess that may be the thing. It says in August, Foot Locker Incorporated announced a sale decline of 9.9% and a loss of $5 billion for the second quarter. At Atmos, comp sales fell 10% in the quarter. Oh, so to be honest, I'm no genius, but I'm a thinking they're just cutting like low hanging fruit at this point. Um, you know what I mean? Like whatever, like they can see, like okay, cool. Whatever stores are performing the least or the worst, they're gonna go first. You know, and to be honest, that makes sense. You know, if I'm gonna keep 100, that makes sense. Let's see. Despite the overall soft results, Dylan, who previously transformed Ulta Beauty, says she was confident in the retailer's ability to pick business back up with its turnaround strategy. Um, I can enlighten on that. I've worked for two companies where they changed the like CEO, so to speak, or who? What did she take over? She became the new yeah, she's the next CEO of Foot Locker. I noticed when they get a new CEO, and fun fact, I used to work at a certain department store that was like it seems like they would never ever go down in business. They used to give out coupons left and right, but they had a little market where the average consumer hadn't caught on that they really wasn't saving money, in my opinion. But the thing is, it was the shopping experience, and I hate to sound like some of these resellers, but they were at least trying to make it like you know you look like you about to literally save some money. But especially with the coupons and everybody was friendly. Like long as they sold their stuff, they counted it as a win. Um, but I say all that to say, like they changed the CEO, and when they changed the CEO, sales went down horribly. And I mean, they got a lot of money, but at the same time, if you're used to bringing a certain amount, you know, it's just different. So as the CEO changed, a lot of people that had been there working there 15, 20 some years, they left. You know, they no longer work there. Some people still stuck it out and just kept it moving, but for the most part, a lot of people that, and I say all that to say, the person used to work at a different department store. And my thing is this: whenever that person leaves there, like even though they leave on a good terms, man, you gotta also look in the back of your mind, like, what did they really do to the company? Now I'm sure on their resume they're making themselves sound like super like amazing, right? Like you gotta sell yourself to get the job, and then maybe they're a great talker. I'd assume that's the case. So I'm like, that's something that. Oh snap, we got Dunks in the building. Give me like 2 seconds. I'm gonna add Dunks on. Hold on, Dunks. Hold on. Give me like 2 seconds. I'm about to go mute real quick, and then I'm about to bring Dunks in. Let's see. Yo, hold on. Let me see. Cool. Say something. I don't can't hear you for some reason. Check them. There,
Yo,
there you go. There you go. We got Dunks in the building, everybody.
yeah, what's
Yo,
going on, everybody, man? Yeah, I just had a little thing going on. I had to get that taken care of real fast, but I'm here. I told you I'd be here. A little behind schedule, but hey.
hey, it's all good, man. You made it to the party.
Oh yeah,
I only been on it for like 37 minutes anyway, man.
yeah,
So
yeah. Like I said, I tried to tell I told you, a certain time, but
was that you? Was that you texting me?
yeah, I was about to call you.
Oh shit! Like I heard
Just
about.
I
Like
was
I
just
was
trying to
like,
get
hey,
your
Cap. I
attention.
figured
I
it
was
was
just
you
doing it
though.
to get your attention, so you like look at your phone and be like, then like you would just obviously you wouldn't answer it, then you would have had to check your phone. You would have saw the message. Because
Yeah,
I literally have my phone like I had it like on. Like it was on your name and like all the messages I was about to hit call and then that's when you were like, oh shit, we got ducks in the building.
okay, cool. Yeah,
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 I
yeah.
was literally just about to call you. Yeah,
Cool, cool. I figured it. I was like, man, let me check because my phone was texting. I'm like, my instinct was like, man, if they text me, I'm like, oh shit, maybe Dunk. So yeah, cool, cool, cool. Um, you see the topic for the night? We got
yeah, I saw it. I even posted a meme about it. you know,
yeah, yeah,
it's,
most definitely. But I
yeah.
didn't know what I just found out. I kind of just read through the article, but just kind of catch things up to speed. It actually was owned by, well, it is owned by Foot Locker. So you know what I mean? And you
But
know,
it's
Foot
a
Locker was,
this is a Japan-based company.
yeah, but Foot Locker bought them out. But it was only three physical stores, though. You know.
Yeah, I'm saying, and I mean, and I don't know. I've never, I never tried on Atmos, so I can't really speak. But I don't really, I don't really like see like people having much luck with Atmos. Have
I
you?
mean, they're
Have you
smaller.
purchased them?
Yeah, I purchased two shoes there. Some I did those Air
These weren't
Max,
like raffles or draws, right? These are just straight purchases, like
just
general
straight,
releases.
just straight,
Okay,
yeah, just straight purchases. But I won the no, not one, but I hit on the big bubbles, and then I hit on the
Yeah, that's right. You did. That's right. Yeah.
yeah, I hit on the big bubbles pause, and then I hit on those dang, I can't think of the joints, but uh yeah, like I hit on another pair there too. I can't think of the Penny Hardaway joints. I hit on those, the phone posit
Oh,
joints.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Hey,
those
speaking, I know this is kind of off topic. I know they may not be for everybody. But how you feeling about the ambush up tempos?
the ones that dropped today.
No, they're dropping Saturday, right?
You talking about the purple and green joint?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think I dropped the video today is what I mean.
Yeah,
But
yeah. You dropped the video for sure. Yeah.
um I actually low key
Me too.
don't
I think I'm gonna go for the black pair.
I like the purple pair low key.
You
I'm
know,
kind
well, my brother. I almost. It don't matter his name, but I almost say his name. But anyway, yeah, he hit me up about them, and he was actually like, that he's probably gonna go for both pair. He said he liked the purple pair, which I feel like, and this is just me, and I feel like probably you agree with this too. I feel like they should put the red swoosh on the black shoe, but that's just me.
yeah, I mean, I think the black shoe is just a little. I get why they did that,
Hmm.
just to it's a collab, but you still got like that originality, like the people who want that originalness.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? The original black
yeah,
and
and
white.
black and white up tempos. Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's
so
classic
it's
shoe.
yeah.
So
That's why I was like, okay, cool, do that, but put y'all little logo on and call it a day. And
and
then
that's the thing too. I like because
I
they
feel
did
like
it.
that's why there's two pairs, to be honest.
I like what they did with these because they didn't like go overboard and like just make it all weird like they did the Air Force One. You know,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
nothing against them, and if you got them, then for sure, sport your shoes, rock your shit. But like I say, I don't know. I just wasn't feeling the hang time on the end of that Nike swoosh. You know.
I wasn't either. I've seen a couple.
It didn't like when they had it didn't do it justice how they had him on sneakers either, because then it looked like Batman's head, like, pause, but how they had the thing sticking up and then the round of the shoe, it looked
I
like
can see
for
that.
real. But
Yeah,
they did, I think they did good with these up tempos, and then they made them almost like a low cut, so
yeah.
it doesn't really make it look like that big bulky
Bulky. Yeah,
'90s up tempo shoe.
yeah.
I mean, Supreme completely dropped the ball on them, but
Yeah. I mean, the Supreme people went crazy on those. Like that all gold pair they did. A lot of people went crazy for those.
yeah, yeah, I know. I actually could say, uh, what probably when they came out, which is what for sure, what at least 5 years ago, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, at least, yeah.
yeah,
But
minimum 5.
I saw somebody actually wearing them, but it was that long ago, so
Mm.
I doubt they were fake at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I doubt it. You know what I mean?
He had it was the all gold pair. But what makes me even believe they were more that they were authentic is that he wasn't even from here.
Got you.
So
Wow, you don't trust your locals, man.
nah, man.
I seen somebody say something about that earlier, where the reason they don't go to any of like the local meetups or like little pop ups, they don't trust none of the sellers there at all. Like all
Yeah,
the local sellers, they don't trust.
yeah.
And they
I
say,
mean,
I've been here.
obviously, obviously, this isn't a thing, and I don't want to make it a political thing where proud to be an American. I'm just saying, like
You know your area. That's
I
all.
know my area exactly. Let's just leave it at that. Yeah.
And that's what it sounded like when I saw that person post that. I was like, they know. I didn't even, I didn't say nothing or entertain them. Like, they know their area. So
Yeah.
who am I to say, like, man, you tripping? Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Who am I to say that? So, like, yeah. But I get it, like, hell, if you don't trust them, you don't trust them.
Mhm.
And that just come with the game. Like,
Remember how a couple months back how I was talking about the guy that was so adamant on me getting buying those lost and founds from him. Remember?
that sounded like a
Yeah,
complete. I know
remember?
what you're talking about. That sounded like a complete setup, bro.
Yeah, and this one he like literally gave me two options. He said, "Yeah, I'll drop them off to you." He said, "I'll even bring them to you." And I was like, "Well, that's cool because I don't gotta go get them." And then he was even like, I'll ship them to you. Like, why would you ship them to me? We both in the same city. Why would you ship them to
You
me,
know
bro?
the saying, if it's too if
Yeah,
it's some
exactly. He was too
yeah,
eager to fucking drive over here. He was too
yeah,
eager. Like, why would you? Then, like I say, why would you ship them? Like, we're in the same place. Like, what you? Well, you know?
yeah, yeah. I'm glad you walked away from that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Didn't sound safe. Um
But my
Slayer,
girl came through with the, with the authentic pair. So
that's what's up, man. Which pair was it that you was looking at again?
it was one of the lost and founds.
The Lost and Founds.
Yeah,
Oh,
remember when I was telling you about the guy that I have? He was like,
nah, I thought you had
local.
got those joint off of eBay.
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because I remember you had looked. I never forget, like when your first time copping on there, you was like, you didn't understand how the shipping kind of works through the authentication program.
Yeah, nah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't really.
I was like, what? Then when I got in there, I'm like, yeah, calm down, man, you good.
Yeah, I
Slayer.
get it now, though. I know. I just didn't, because I remember I left. And then now all this new stuff was in. I didn't really know when I was on eBay doing it was just you buy stuff from people and they send it to you. There was no merchants on there. There was no third party stuff. It was just people selling stuff. You bought it, they sent it to you. And
Yeah,
now I come back and now you got shoes on there and you got all these uh legal checks and stuff, checkpoints and all this that they got to go through now. And I was
yeah,
what is this shipping? You say that it's delivered already, but I don't got shit, you know.
yeah,
And that
basically,
was just them being delivered to eBay.
yeah. Basically, eBay authentication
Yeah,
warehouse
yeah.
doing
I just saw delivered. I went outside. I said I don't see shit.
it. Then like, yeah, let me hit the chat. The Slayer says Foot Locker taken L's recently. They have. I think we won't see all of their stores closing because they're just getting rid of the low hanging fruit. But
So
Foot
wait,
Locker,
on that meme that I posted earlier, are all of those stores chains of Foot Locker?
which ones I saw the meme, but which ones was all on it again?
I can't. I know CCS was on there.
I don't think Foot Locker. Don't quote me. I don't know.
I know CCS was on there.
Wait,
I'm gonna go.
CCS is closing?
Yeah, apparently.
What? What the hell?
Yeah. Oh no, let
Okay.
me see. It's CCS, LFL, Foot Action, East Bay, and Atmos.
Yeah, so I guess that is maybe Foot Locker owns them too because yeah, I know for a fact East Bay. Remember, it's not a thing anymore. That was Foot Lockers. I know for a fact that's Foot Lockers. Foot Actions. I know for a fact that was under the Foot Locker chain. And then Atmos,
LFL,
huh?
LFL.
LFL is that one's what? What L Lady Foot Locker, right?
Yeah,
LFL, yeah, that's Lady Foot Locker. So yeah, that's a
Foot
yeah.
Locker. That's clear. And CCS.
Yeah, so yeah, see that I'm assuming they're all under the chain, but see that was a part of that plan that lady, whenever they got a new CEO, that was obviously a part of the plan. Like they start cutting the stores that are not performing the least, which are not performing the best. Which I'm gonna just say this right here: the whole Lady Foot Locker versus regular Foot Locker. I never understood why that was a thing in the
I don't
first.
understand. I mean, I get the kids Foot Locker. I get that.
Yeah, I get that one. That one makes
Yeah,
sense.
but I don't get the the why you need a male store and a female store alone.
Yeah,
You
that
know,
should have been the first to cut all the lady Foot Lockers out because I
you guys
honestly,
could have a store with men on one side, women on the other side, like the other normal stores.
exactly. I mean, because to be honest, some women were still going there anyway. I mean, they were both like nobody's. Let me put it this way: like ladies wear Jordans just as much as guys anyway. They got,
But,
believe it or not.
but let's not forget, at one point, Foot Locker was the king. So can't really take that from them. And that's why they were able to do stuff like that. You
Mm-hmm.
know.
True, but I said ever since they changed their CEO, different ball game. And
Well, and with the with the rise of online shopping, and like I say, that was already a thing, online shopping. But I don't think going under COVID helped. You know what I'm saying? Because
heck
that really
no,
just fueled the fire and really put people onto online shopping. And now they're like, I'll never look back. Because I'll never go into a physical store again. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, most definitely.
So that, like I say, human consumption is 90. I say 99%. Human commerce is 99% of these businesses. You know, so if you
Yeah,
don't have that actual human interaction, what's the point of the store? Why would I? Why would I go fight 20 people to get food to eat tonight when I could come straight home from work, pay that extra what $3-4 delivery fee, and get the food brought to me, and I can still eat it the same way instead of having to worry about if it's gonna, this dude, what's gonna happen when I'm out and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just like we talked about before. People are now paying for convenience. Like I said,
yeah,
we see it in the small, even little subtles. With this time back into like the shoe community, we're seeing it in the small little subtle things, just like that. Hey, you can get it in one day instead of 7. You know what I'm saying? People are
yeah,
willing to pay. People they don't. People are willing to pay that $50 to get it tomorrow, because why? You're not at that point. You're not paying for the shoe. You're paying for the
the
convenience.
convenience.
You know what I'm
Yep,
saying?
the convenience. They
So
better than me, but yeah,
yeah, yeah, exactly. But I'm saying it's just. I mean, it'll probably at one point in time, it'll probably cross you that path. You and that option will cross paths, and you will be like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna get it now." You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
but
I mean, it's inevitable. That convenience isn't. You can't avoid it. You know what I'm saying? You have to pay that price at some point.
yeah,
That's why I just think that, especially with how the world is now, everything's so short span. You know,
yeah,
like people don't have the patience, the time to get up, physically go to these stores, physically be in these stores. You know what I'm saying? Physically be around people.
yeah. Honestly, man, sometimes when you get to the crib, man, you just want to crash.
Yeah, exactly, man. So what's it? Hey, what's it to give this man an extra $6 to bring it to me?
Yeah, I ain't there yet, but yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
get what you're saying though. I'm gonna share my screen real quick. Let me make sure I get dunks on this one. Boom, should be good. But I'm gonna finish reading up the rest of this article, and then I'm gonna read up on the next article that we got up on Nike of kind of how I feel like this is gonna affect the overall, like all these foot stores and stuff like that as well. Um, but I think where I left off, it says now we really have the this lady apparently Dylan is her last name, was previously transferred from Ultra Beauty. Says she was confident in the retailer's ability to pick business back up within a turnaround strategy. Now we have the right team and the plans in place to return our company to a sustainable, long-term, profitable growth. Dylan told Foot News. So this is where I got this from. Foot News, footwear news, anyway. But I don't know, man. I don't think she. And I'm no genius, but I was saying this before you got online. I don't think, like, honestly, you may have done a great job at Ultra Beauty, but I mean, if you was doing so good, why'd you leave?
yeah.
Right?
Huh? I mean,
Um,
yeah.
then yeah,
Sometimes visions just don't match. And sometimes what you want and what they want.
you gotta have somebody. These type of jobs, like, I mean, on paper, she probably sounds amazing, right? But at
Mhm.
the same time, this like selling Ultra Beauty, to the best of my knowledge, that's the makeup stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and don't quote me. I don't know the makeup game like that, but I
Hmm.
mean, like, makeup and sneakers, totally two different things. Um, I've had a ton of people tell me personally, like, "Yo, the only reason I don't watch the channel is because I'm not in sneakers like that. But if you were talking this, then I would watch this. You know what I mean? But that, that's your channel has to have a niche. But I say all that to say, like, she's coming from makeup to sneakers, totally two different things. Um,
Two different sales.
yeah,
Two different. I mean, two. Yeah. Honestly, yeah. Two different crowds of people. You
yeah,
know what I'm
two
saying?
different sets of people. And to be honest, when she came over there, also what happened, right? The app, in my opinion, actually, even though people didn't like the original way the app was, where you had to put in the code, I feel like that was the best form of bot protection you could ask for. Because it required you to actively do something. I liked it what they had before they switched it to what they call FLX, or the Flex app, right? But I'm just gonna call it FLX. They tried to appeal to a new hip young audience and did like this whole little corny ad or whatever. And ever since they switched to that, my Foot Locker account had went to like rocks, right? Like, I still hit on the shoes like 11s because they produced millions of pairs. But before, I used to be like, I'm never worried because I'm gonna always catch a L. I'm gonna always catch a W on
I
Foot Locker.
literally don't even use any. If I don't get it on sneakers, then if I don't want it that bad, I just don't get it. I don't even try with these other like flex apps. What else is like
But I'm
all these
saying,
SNS and all that stuff? I don't even
like
try all that
the
shit.
Concords and stuff like that, I would say was perfect example how I was able to get your pair and my pair all
Yeah.
together. And you didn't know like what I was going through back then, but like that app, low key, you have to like would have like I think it was like a 10-minute head start, but don't quote me on that because I had so many points from shopping there.
Hmm.
So I would open up earlier, 10 minutes before me, and there was a 4-digit code you had to type in. Great bot protection too, and then you pretty much got selected, and then all you had to do is do it for the same shoe. That my thing is this: I'm a firm believer in, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So why fix it? You know what I mean? So they fixed it with the Flex app, and everybody started hating it. And you
So
know what
what
I
did
mean?
it go to? Like raffles, pretty much. Like just like try to do the
Yeah,
sneaker formula.
yeah. As pretty much they turned it to a raffling system, which was horribly done. And I feel like that's where all that the numbers were off. But see, when you put in that generic codes and you were 10 minutes ahead of everybody, your points
Hmm.
actually meant something. Your
Yeah.
points are still supposed to mean something, but it like I had 115,000 like lifetime points, if not
Yeah.
more. If not more. Um, I was like, yo, I should be, not, and I know there's people that got way more than me, but I was like, yo, I should be hitting on everything low key because I know where all the Foot Lockers out in my area. Because that's nothing. You could choose up to 3 different stores, put in your code, and you could get, transfer you. Like I said, I think it was pretty good and pretty solid.
Yeah.
Um, when that Flex app came around, I ain't know what a W. I don't think I hit for like a good year, you know. And they changed it in 2020 or 2021. Don't I want to say 2021, and that's when she came along.
Hmm.
Ironically, right? Put two and two together. Not saying it's her, but I'm just saying like that's when I noticed things were different.
Yeah.
And so now then I followed this another article that actually came out on October 2nd, so 2 days ago, says what Nike's recent results reveal about Foot Locker, Dick's Sporting Goods, and more. Right? I don't think I need to say a pause on that one. Y'all gonna give me a pass, I hope. Um, says Nike was upbeat about some of its top wholesale partners in its most recent earnings report. A statement that uh, bodes well for shoe retailers struggling to regain momentum um, through a rough wholesale environment. So I'm assuming if Dick's Sporting Goods is on this too, we already know Foot Locker chain is feeling it. Safe to say, all the foot stores are started probably feeling the way.
Well, Dick's has been on the they've been on the radar for a minute anyway. If because remember, they were the ones who sold that guy that gun, and when he went into the Walmart and shot it up
I didn't know that.
a couple
Elaborate.
years. Yeah, that happened a couple years back when that kid went to Dick's and bought a gun, and then he went to the Walmart and shot it up.
Oh
So they've
wow,
already been on the radar. So,
I did not know that.
hmm,
Where this happened at?
and this shit happened years ago. I don't remember. Well, I just remember it happening.
Oh yeah, I didn't remember. Like I didn't know. I
Yeah,
didn't
just
even
look it
know
up
they.
when you're off time. You'll see.
I didn't even know they sold guns for. I thought they were just sportswear and had Jordans and Nikes from time to time.
Different states.
Yeah, true. Okay, learn something new. So yeah, that may be a part of that. Um, says Nike's wholesale revenue grew 1% in quarter 1 or Q1, but declined 8% in North America as the brand looked to rein in some products. Even so, Nike EVP and CFO Matthew Friend said the company saw high single digits to low double digit retail sales grow and strong inventory management. With several of its wholesale partners, including Dick's Sporting Goods and specialty stores in North America, Nike also highlighted retailers such as JD Sports, Zalando, which I don't even know what that is, and Sports Direct, EMFA, and Top Sports and Polshing in Greater China. So I'm guessing everybody's kind of feeling the effects of the growth right now. I guess but assuming Nike they raised their price on the wholesale price. But at that 1% could make a big difference. Don't sound like a lot, But you know what I mean? Think about it. If Nike, I'm gonna put it this way: if Nike raised the price on the shoes to us, which they did, think about it. Shoes have went up by $10 to $11.
Yeah,
Remember the
yeah.
Air Force One?
Bro, those dunks were 125. Those vintage pandas,
Oh shit! I didn't even like. I looked,
they're
but I
just
didn't even.
125, bro.
I
Like
didn't
what?
even try. Which I do reminds me too. I did do a poll on the
Bro,
shot drop that happened
bro,
on those Satin Jordan ones.
bro, all they did on those vintage pandas was like put some like type of sheen on them to make them shine, and they just fucking vintaged up the. They probably coffee stained this midsole,
I mean, I don't know. I got the
and they
retro.
kind of look like the what was it, the Panda Pros that came out.
I believe so.
Because the
Don't.
Panda Pros would had that like gloss look to them too, but they
Mm,
didn't have like the vintage look, but they have that gloss look. And I think the leather, I don't know, I think the leather was like cracked or yeah, like tumbled. I think it was probably, or it could have just been smooth leather, but it was for sure, I guess, a more premium. It was supposed to be a more premium Panda, I guess,
gotcha. I think I know what you're talking about, but I
because
didn't really.
the writing was in gold on that Panda, which I like that.
Mm.
Like the Nike, like on the back and shit, it was in gold instead of white.
Did you see the Jordan One bread satins?
Yeah, man. And my brother, I knew they were shock dropping, but I was in the middle of work and I missed that for me 11 o'clock. But my brother hit me up about it. I told him, hey, just go for them for me real fast because I'm busy at work and I'll just pay you whenever I get home or whenever I'm not busy. I'll send it right to you. And he said, oh, it's already over. And this was at 12 when he told me this. Like, why are you gonna tell me this an hour later?
Oh wow, that's messed up.
Yeah, so regardless, I missed them anyway.
Yeah.
You know?
I didn't go for them. I'm not. I like the breads, but I rather just had the OGs. Maybe it's just my age talking.
Yeah, no,
That
I get it. I mean,
that satin not for me. And then
it,
it's for the
I feel
women.
like it's gonna be like one of those shoes. Like obviously, if you don't know if you know what they are, but you're like, oh, that's a Jordan. What kind of Jordan is that? Because people not, you know what I'm saying?
I think even the non sneakerheads know what this shoe is.
They're gonna say, why is this shoe so shiny?
I mean, yeah, they gonna say it's different. They're gonna be like, oh, they swish it up, but I
Did
mean,
you see the picture I posted of the backs of them? It looks like a peak at the.
yeah, I did. Like, I didn't know what to think of it, and I'm like, I ain't seen this, but I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm like, damn, like, why did I don't know, like, you know what I mean? I didn't even know what to really say.
Because it looks like a concave, then it comes to a peak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Like,
saw that.
why
I
did you
saw
do
that.
that?
Yeah, I saw that.
So if
Um,
anybody did hit on them when you get them, I want to see that. I want to
yeah,
see.
we had a few people hit in the Discord.
Okay, well, post them. I want to see if your collar is gonna actually like look like that, have that peak on it like that.
Yeah, he's referring to the back heel tab part. They
Yeah, if you
really,
just go on sneakers,
it shouldn't have a tab, but I mean, like in the back tip pause.
just go on sneakers and go and scroll to the picture where it shows the back of the shoe, and you guys will see what I'm talking about. It looks very weird, where obviously it should be flush. Like I say, it's more concave, and it comes to like a peak on both of the shoes.
Yeah, so we want to like kind of check that out
This
because
is weird thing. Like I say, that's very weird. Like I never seen that, and then especially that to have it displayed on the official like website like that. Like this is the shoe you guys are gonna be sending out. It makes it look very UA in my opinion.
that makes it look different. I ain't gonna go UA, but it definitely looks different. Let me read through the poll real quick on them real quick while we're just taking a little break off the topic as we transition to the next one. It says, did you catch a W on the Air Jordan 1 satin bread shock drop? And looks about like 50% said no, 8% said yes. And then the other 32% pretty much is a women exclusive, meaning they only go up to a man's size 10 and a half. They said it's just too small, Pause.
So they did want them, but they're just too small.
Yeah, they were too small. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because they're only 10 and a half and under. So pretty much it's dedicated to the ladies.
They've done it to the black toes. Now they've done it to the breads.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, it makes sense. I can't really knock them for that.
Okay, but they can do that, but they can't do the reimagines.
Um, they,
I'm just saying, if they're gonna do something like this, a satin, then why don't you just do it with the reimagined series too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean, if we're just wasting shoes and material, you know?
basically, but you know how some people like. I mean, I get it. I get what you're saying though. I get your train of thought on it because, yeah, if you're gonna do that, then you can do X, Y, Z. But you know how some people just don't look at it like that.
Yeah.
Um, but I get it because reality is it wouldn't hurt them either way if they did it or not. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So yeah, very curious about that. I am gonna find an article real quick, but um, yeah, I do want to touch on it real quick. Let me share my screen, get back on to the regular scheduled program. Boom, right here. Um, but it says, I think I read through that one. Let's see, going through here, it says in the wake of the announcement on Thursday, several retail stocks, including Dick's Sporting Goods, Foot Locker, and Academy Sports and Outdoors, railed on Friday morning seeking alpha report. Overall, Nike's results speak to the athletic footwear industry that is getting progressively healthier, wrote BTIG analyst Jane Stitcher in the note to the investors last week. Says, with DTC has been a top priority for Nike over the last few years. Inventory excessiveness is prior quarters have led to an outsized growth in the wholesale channel as it offloads merchandise. Now the company is narrowing its wholesale focus to specific retailers that connect members digitally and offer an elevated retail experience. Oh, okay. So I'm assuming that's why JD and Finish Line aren't really are part of this list because people they have less botting and backdooring issues reported. I'll say that. I'm not saying it doesn't go down there and it's all alleged, but I'm assuming that's why they're not on the list compared to like Foot Locker and them. That's been, let's just face it, the homies have been getting hooked up.
Hmm.
From the outside looking in, it appears that way. So maybe Nike said, okay, cool. The stores that have been doing right, cool. The ones that we've tried to spank your hand and you still want to do XYZ, cool. We can fix that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So usually they should be thankful though because some stores lose their whole Nike accounts in general because it's technically at Nike's discretion.
Yeah.
So I mean that's what it seems like. It says now the company is narrowing its wholesale focus to specific retailers that connect members digitally and offer an elevated retail experience. Nike CEO John Doho said in a call with investors last week, for example, Nike will launch a connected membership program with Hibbett in October, and the company touted a similar program it currently runs with Dick's. Okay, pause. They that I mean, literally, that's how that's how I wrote. It's not me. They said Dick's pause, but so I'm guessing Dick's stuff is a little bit better. How I think Dick's have the wristbands. Like you have to get the little special wristband or whatever. You can come get your shoe. Kind of, I've never done it, but I've kind of heard the little rumors how they do that. And I guess Hibbets have been moving correctly too because they're not under radar. So they're taking care of the companies that have been, I guess, not been having as much issues. It's got in quotation here. It says, we think there's a lot of growth opportunity with the strategic wholesale partners, the CEO said. However, despite recent growth in these channels, Friends said that no single retailer makes up more than a mid-single digit of Nike's total business. So I guess this is nice professional way of saying like at the end of the day, we if we was to like cut these guys off, we still gonna be if anything, we that stock they're getting it would just come to us, they would be all right.
Yeah.
I guess it's a nice way of saying like, we don't really need these other people to sell our product for us at this point. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They can easily just upload it all up on their sites, the sneakers app, or Nike do have some physical stores themselves. And it
Yeah.
ain't like Nike ain't got the money to build their own physical like stores either. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Plenty. They get dude. They can build plenty of stores, man. But instead, they're shutting them down, like the one we just saw in Oregon.
Well, that one got shut down because everybody kept
But
hey.
they said, and I get and I get where they want to prevent like the thefts and all the crime and stuff in that area. But I mean, if you have a company like that that's keeping that section of the city, keeping them alive and keeping the lights on, why not try to cater to what they want so everybody eats? You know what I'm saying, so to speak. They asked for security, but all you could offer were metal detectors because you say you guys don't have enough retired cops on staff for this security.
Yeah.
So
Um.
why don't
And
you guys give them? Why don't you guys fund them so they can
I
hire on site, security?
so fun fact too, and I agree with you. But I think there's a shortage right now in general, homie.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, you got to think. I mean, with as many crazy people walking around the world right now, who's really willing to risk their life just trying to tell that guy or that girl to stop? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You can end up losing your life because you never know. You don't know what type of time people on. You don't know what they got going on in their mind at that time. So I mean, I get it. I'm not gonna put myself in danger trying to keep you safe.
yeah, but like,
Especially if you're not trying to cooperate with me.
yeah. So like,
You ain't trying to hear what I gotta say. I ain't trying to hear what you gotta say. So
right,
I guess, hey, good luck. I'm going this way.
yeah, and like at where I work, low key, they're at a shortage for sure. So I'm sure if we're at a shortage over here, it's at a shortage there too. And and I get what you're
Oh, you
saying.
gotta think also. Then those guys aren't. They don't get paid no real money. You know, those guys probably getting paid maybe $10, $12 to do
Uh,
that.
I assume more, but still not enough,
I
not
wouldn't.
what they
I
deserve.
wouldn't.
And
Especially an unarmed security. What am I paying you for? Like it's not like you can really stop him because if he's stronger than you, he's definitely gonna overtake you.
yeah, but I
So
mean,
I mean,
yeah.
unarmed security is just as good as the man in the store shopping trying to stop him. You know,
Yeah, I don't recommend.
nothing against anybody that has family members or people in the group that are security guards. I'm not trying to discredit what you do. Hey, thank you, man. You make sure I get out of the store safe. Thank you.
Yeah,
But I'm just saying, like I I'm on your side with it. I understand why there's a shortage. Like they're not getting paid enough to deal with, just some of the day-to-day bullshit people be on. You know what I'm saying?
most definitely.
So, you know what I'm saying? If you having a bad day and they having a bad day, most likely it's gonna be a bad day all around for everybody.
Yeah, most definitely. Um, Also, like so much so, we've seen over here. We just had somebody literally get taken out
Yeah.
at the at Popeyes for giving incorrect change.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Then like I say, if you're under security making, okay, I'll give them credit. Let's say $16 an hour. Let's just say that.
I think it's all based on the area and the
Yeah,
cost of
yeah, yeah.
living.
Of course. But still, at let's just say, okay, yeah, at average, $18. I'll do that. Generous. $18. Is $18 an hour worth trying to stop 30, 20 year olds?
Uh,
Especially if you unarmed and you don't know if they are or not.
yeah. I mean, it's a lot of things that go into
Yeah,
that.
exactly. So I get why people say, man, fuck all that shit. I'm not going to go, you know?
Yeah.
I'm
So we got
about to go watch some other rich man stuff.
yeah. Some people just get that mindset, and I get it. I get it. Let me read through the rest of the article. It says, notably, Nike also spotlighted its renewal partnership with Foot Locker, but said the brand expects near-term sale declines as it invests in consumer right concepts for future. So I'm assuming they're gonna help them with their botting issue, is what I read from there. It says near-term sales declines as it invests in consumer right concepts for future. According to the Stitcher, reduced Nike allocations to Foot Locker will put the company under pressure, but the retailer will likely benefit from Nike's strong basketball shoe pipeline. So I guess like they're like, hey, we gonna help y'all, but in so many words, this is the last straw. Like, you know what I mean? If you guys don't clean up your act, then you know what I mean? I
Hmm.
feel like that's a professional way. Like, yo, if we gotta come back and revisit this, it's over. Cause think about it, I'm gonna keep it 100. I ain't no genius, right?
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
if Foot Locker lose that Nike account, I don't think we're gonna be talking about. Well, we're gonna talk about them again, but I think we'll be talking about.
Not gonna be for no. It's gonna be for a different drop.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's gonna be. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna
It's
be.
gonna be for a different drop. Y'all drop the ball,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
it's gonna be a completely different thing. And like I'm assuming Nike them has some type of I don't even know if they met in person, but I guarantee you some meetings went down that we don't know about. And they're like, hey, for real, like, that dude the person at night, like, yo, this it. Like, you know what I mean? Y'all, cause we getting too many things, like it's too many
Wait, and when
problems.
you referring to this lady that worked? No, never mind. It's two different complete ladies. See, when I think about ladies that worked at Nike, only thing that comes to mind for me is that lady whose son was getting over.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about two different yeah.
Yeah,
She
when I
worked,
think
but
about
see,
Nike and the females, that's what comes to mind. You know?
they took her out. Like
Oh,
let me put it this way. Remember when we did the live on it?
and
This was like
yo,
what?
that boy was getting over.
Yeah, but she didn't get. She got. They gave her the position to resign and go out.
Yeah, with
Professionally.
class, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, but you said it best, and I never forget on the live. Is like, hey yo, the door get fired or walk out on your own. Pick one.
Hey, thumbs up.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh
Yeah,
wow, I didn't even see that. I
they
didn't
say
even do
thumbs
anything.
up.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I don't know why I did that. Like, it's just
Oh
random.
shit! You want to get the emo? You want to get here with
Oh God,
yeah?
man, I
You
don't know
want to
what's
get with
going
the emos
on.
volume 2?
I think I'm gonna start putting I think I'm gonna lock this joint down though, for real, for real. Next time,
Hey, I
like
think maybe your computer even like what you said. Shit.
I don't know, like it's like I don't know. I didn't say anything. All I did was like this, and like it did it on. I saw it like when you said it randomly. I don't know
It
why
just
it
literally
popped up.
just popped up, but that's whatever. But yeah, like
I
I say,
wasn't
yeah,
even touching anything. Like my hands is free right now.
yeah,
Like
but yeah, you're right though. You say yeah, that was true though. Hey, you got two options. You know, you can walk out or we can walk you out. Which one?
yeah, you
You
want to be
know,
walked out or you want to walk out on your own. Pick one.
exactly.
So yeah, so she went out looking like the good guy, and then probably like, hey, we ain't gonna take it to that next level, but you know what I
So
mean.
wait, she didn't even like get sued or anything.
I don't think so. I think they just asked her to leave. I'm gonna be honest.
Wow, so her son got to get over on Nike like that, make all that money, and break away clean.
So I believe so. I mean, it went stale, and we never talked about it
Yeah, no,
again.
honestly, we haven't heard anything else about that.
And to be honest, I don't think Nike really likes going to court for real because it's not free for them either. You know what I mean? That ain't a part of.
Yeah, well, it's not free, but also when you know somebody owe you something and you know you most likely gonna get it, you'll pay that money because you know your money gonna come back to you. You know, like
And for them, it's probably just gonna be breaking even because of what they got. And I know they got attorneys on staff, but I have a feeling whenever it gets stressful for them, they gonna want more money. They know Nike got it. It's just part of those like dog. It's just easier sometimes. Like hey, just get on. We'll take our loss.
I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah. But it's like, yeah, you just take our losses and we'll just keep it moving. So, and I think that just may be like where it's at with that. Um, and I think that's probably why Nike probably don't use the like when Nike's suing, I'm assuming they're suing because they literally like it's a last resort. Like they don't want to like have to sue no more than they have to. And that's just what the kind of vibes that I get from it. And that's just where I'm at with it. I am gonna read through the rest of this article when Dunks get back.
I'm back
But
now. Yeah.
okay, cool. But I just think that, like I was saying, the only things you probably miss are like I think Nike doesn't. They don't like to sue people unless they absolutely positively have to. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, no, of course. Yeah, I was still here for that, but I agree. But like I said, when you have a clear case, that is a clear winning case, obviously it was going to be a clear win for them. Once it
Yeah.
to spend that money to get that lawyer, they don't honestly they don't even have to get the best lawyer. They can get a lawyer out of the fucking phone book, telling my age. You know what I'm saying? But they can go call a lawyer out of the phone book for this one. This is a clear case. You know.
Yeah, but I think they got their own staff. But I think it's
Oh yeah,
more.
I know. But I'm just being exaggerated, saying that this how clear that they how clear this case was that they would have won. You know,
Yeah,
they didn't even literally have to pull out the medium guns.
true. Let me read through the rest of this article. It says basketball is where Foot Locker excels, and we expect Foot Locker's Nike strategy go forward to look to leverage its core competencies or consistency with deeper focus on basketball kids, sneaker culture, and Stitch wrote. Says Nike also highlighted its renewed focus on the running category, which appeared to bode well for competing footwear stocks like Deckers, which owns the fast growing hookah brand. I think I've seen that running brand before. Um, and on the popular Swiss running brand, both of these stocks are also railed after Nike's earnings report last week. We need to drive more meaningful customer connections among everyday runners and scale the innovations more effectively across the marketplace, the CEO said in a call with investors. So, like I said, I think they're gonna do their best to try to sit. They're giving Foot Locker pretty much, hey, this the. I have a feeling there's a countdown for Foot Locker and Nike if they don't pull it off, and I
Nike, I feel eventually Nike is going to become its own sole source of
a lot of people have been saying that. A
like
lot of people have
because you got to
been saying
think
that.
they're going to be able to uh, save a lot more money and keep a lot more stock. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true. And we'll have to wait and see. So
Because
pretty
does Nike have to pay them to stock their stuff, or does
hell, I
so what Foot Locker has?
refuse. No, I refuse to
Okay,
believe what they do is kill. They give like what I got from it, and let me hold on. I'm gonna put us back on the main screen. But what I got from it is how it works, and I don't know because I ain't
yeah,
never
okay, yeah,
worked
because
it.
I don't really have a true understanding of how these
Okay,
accounts work.
so this is how I think it is. You get a Nike account, and so
I was like,
Nike
how do you even get that? You know?
that I don't know,
Yeah,
but I'm assuming with Foot Locker them having a Nike account, they give them X amount of pairs. They give them X amount of pairs at a discounted rate. It's called a wholesale price.
yeah,
So say the shoe, what's the shoe that dropped today? Those dunks, 125. If Foot Locker them got it, they paid a whole
100,
price. Yeah, they paid 100 or yeah, they paid either 100 or maybe $90. I'm gonna say we'll go out on a limb and say they paid 100.
95.
Yeah, we'll say 90, 95 is right.
Mm-hmm.
And now they sell it for Nike. That's why you see like suggested retail
Oh
price.
yeah,
That's what they sell it at. So say they bought them from Nike for $90 a pop. Now they go back and sell the shoe at $125 a pop. That's all, that's their profit in that extra part after the 90, you
yeah.
know,
Mm-hmm.
with what, give or
So that
take
profit
30.
goes to them, and the 90 goes back to Nike.
Yeah, well, that Nike get their money up front from what I get, or maybe after the shoe sells, if they ain't got it, if they don't got the money to buy the stuff in bulk like that, once the shoe sells, Nike gets that 90, and then Foot Locker keeps the rest. So like that. But I'm assuming Nike gets their money up front.
I would assume so too.
So I'm assuming Nike already get their $90 a pop off rip. So they're done with you. Boom. Now it's up to you to sell it. It's gotta be because if Nike just
Because
put it in,
Nike's not gonna just let shoes just sit in the stores and not sit. I
yeah, because
I
in that
stand corrected. I stand corrected. Yes, they do. They do just let their shoes sit in stores and not be sold.
But I'll say that they're not going to do that with a store like that because think about it. If it's sitting there, that means Nike ain't making no money either. So they're getting their money up front out the way. And now it's on them to recuperate the money.
Mm-hmm. And you
You know,
see, what's funny? I don't know if many people have noticed. Uh, does Journeys even sell Nike product?
I've seen a few Nikes in there, I believe.
Journeys, okay, okay.
Yeah. Very, very, very slim picking when it comes to it. Like when I tell you it's the most basic Nikes, super basics. I mean, maybe forces and something else, like,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
for the most part, Journeys has always been that different, like unique style shoe wear.
yeah.
But
They're very. Well, I don't know about other places, but
I
very
thought
big
they
on
were,
Vans. Very big on Vans and Adidas, as from
yeah.
what I gathered from Journeys. You know.
You can find your Chucks there. They
Yeah,
got a
Chucks. Yeah, the obscure Chucks. Kami, go check out Journeys.
most definitely. I'm sure he has. But Kwame said he working tonight, but ghost listening, by the way.
Okay.
But I say all that to say, like, yeah, Journeys sells the unique product, so to speak, but it still be
They're
that
very
like,
big on like the kids, you know.
yeah, seems like they
Honestly, everything in their stores, Journeys and Journeys Kids, just look like it's for kids,
yeah,
you
like
know.
it's one of those, yeah,
And not to knock anybody that works at Journeys, if you work at Journeys, you
it
know.
just got a it's got a catered audience, so to speak, from what I
Yeah,
get from it.
for
And
sure. I kind of see, I see Journeys as the shoe store version of like Hot Topic or Spencer's or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
I can see that. I can see that. Yeah, definitely makes sense. Um, so we've been on this joint. I know you came in a little late, but pretty
Yeah.
much I think we pretty much come over on joint for an hour and 25 minutes. Let's talk upcoming releases. Now I do got something up. Well, actually, I don't. Let me put it up on the screen. Boom, right here. It says Jordan Brand reveals the entire holiday 2023 Air Jordan lineup. So
Mhm.
um looks like, of course, everybody is anticipating what we thought would be the DMPs, but looks like it's not. It's going to be the Gratitudes. They're anticipated, of course. The Satin Breads did a shock drop today, so that's on the list. I'm not crazy about those, in
Yeah.
my opinion.
You know, I want to see a shock drop on those Fear Threes.
That I'm pretty
I,
sure
I
that's
got my eye on those. I got my eye on those for sure.
another thing that's anticipated. The Air Jordan One the Air Jordan One Royal reimagines. Um,
Sleep.
I'm not feeling that
Some
all
sleep.
over
Yeah.
suede. I don't it needs to be a leather. I don't know.
Yeah.
They're not working for me. And I got the Royals. I had the Jordan 1 Royals, the leather. But this thing, I feel like if it's gonna be a reimagine, it need to be the 85 cut and it needs to
Why
be
didn't they just do that with them anyway? They should have just made when they even started this reimagined joint. When they started doing the ones, they should have just made them 85 cuts anyway.
yeah. Do
That alone could have been the reimagine. You don't have to do
exactly.
the cracking, the cracked leather, the worn out cushion. You know,
Yeah.
you don't have to do all that. They could have just literally just did 85 cut, and guess what? That's reimagined because guess what? It's something you guys brought back from the past. You know.
True. True. The Slayer says Foot Locker taking nails recently. Divine Photo says we need the OG breads. That would be nice. We definitely do. Also, they
When do
had
you think we'll see those again? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
uh, last time they dropped, I think was what 2016. Don't quote
So
me.
they're overdue. They're
Yeah,
overdue.
2016.
So
I would
6 years
assume.
late. I mean, 7 years has been.
Yeah, so I'd assume give them about another 3 years. I think they're gonna give it a 10-year gap.
Mhm.
I think once we get in that 10th year, don't quote me, but I seen like some of the shoes it takes over 10 years. Um, they also have a Jordan 1 Mohave colorway on here. Now, I'm not really feeling those, but they do give me like a I'm on my year vibe type of like purplish, where it's like I'm on year inspired, but it's not an I'm on year.
Mhm.
But I think if I'm on year, well, they did do a Jordan 1, but I feel like I wouldn't be surprised. You could easily tack like the on my year logo on these joints, and that would be a hit for those, I think. They're doing an Air Jordan 2 organs, which is kind of like a white, red, and grayish, like with a cell hit. Kind of gives me like Chicago vibes. And then what you're talking about, Air Jordan 3 Fears is on the list.
Mhm.
Um, I'm personally not too crazy about those, that orange hit, but I feel like if they're gonna drop them, they should drop them this month. If in theory they should drop them next week. I don't know when they're releasing, but I feel like they should drop them this month because it gives
I mean,
me.
it will only make sense at least to do a shock drop for them this month.
I think so too because October Halloween you can't think of but green. Every time I think of Halloween, you can't think of but orange and green, in my opinion. And
Black,
this
stuff
black,
like that. You know.
yeah, and that shoe has all of that except for the minus the green, but it has the orange and a blackish, grayish. I feel like that would be there, but that suede material, I don't know. Looking
Man,
kind of
like I said last week too, they should drop the Fear Fours again.
that would be nice. They had the Air Jordan 3 off Nor. There's like an all black suede with an elephant print. Not too crazy about those. Then we have the Air Jordan 4 Olive, which gives me Travis vibes.
Or like
SB.
we said that what we talked about. Yeah, we talked about that last a couple weeks back. Yeah, we said that they were like yeah, they gave like real Travis vibes. Or what was the other one we said? It was another one we compared it to.
Um, I know what you're talking about. It's dang, I can't think of the website, but not Travis vibes. But we said man, I can't even think of it. Like it'll come to me.
Yeah.
It'll come to me. I can't even think of the joint, but like yeah, it definitely it actually give us more of that vibe too. Like that store, I can't even think of it. Like because that store I don't really even shop. I don't think I've actually even bought anything from that store before, but I know
Well,
exactly.
hmm But
It'll
yeah,
come.
it's who?
I ain't come to me yet.
Oh, it's still a nice shoe. Still a nice shoe. Like I
Yeah,
think it is.
yeah,
I like that color. I don't like how it got. I don't like the craft that patch work looking stuff though. You know.
yeah. It is different. It is different.
But
Um,
I guess it because it kind of gives different tones of green, rather than just being a straight green shoe. You know.
yeah. I'm trying to think of that story. It's gonna bother me. Let me read the chat. Um, Divine Photo says, since the satin bread shock drop, do you think the cherries will shock drop in the same month? I think they will. I think they will. I wouldn't be surprised. I'll say that. I don't see why not. They've done more than one shock drop in a month before.
Yeah, because we're getting the cherries at the end of this month, right?
Yeah, I assume
October
like
28th, something like that.
yeah, I assume we'll get them probably within the second or like if we don't get them next week, if we don't get them by the third week, then it's pretty much a wrap.
But do you think at this point we would have started hearing something about them being shock dropped, or you think it's still too early?
I think it's slightly too early. Slightly.
I don't know, man. You got guys like what's those two guys who always seem to have the shoes early and stuff?
Oh, you're talking about what's those dudes that's based out of Texas that nobody really likes that resale store?
Yeah, yeah, those guys.
That's
Yeah,
that's who you talking about? Yeah.
yeah. But I'm saying
Um,
they seem to always have the news, so you know.
yeah. They definitely do. They seem to always have them in hand, but I know who you're talking about. I can't even think of because I don't even really keep up with them like that.
Mm-hmm.
Private selection. There you go.
Yeah,
Appreciate
private
Divine
selection.
Photos and private
Thank you.
selection.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we need to just think of what that story we was talking about. It's like online based too. Like I can't even think of the joint. It's on the top of my head, man. We got DJ Gordon reviews says right. Okay, what up, homie? What up? Um, let's see. Also anticipated too to have Air Jordan 5 Navy. I'm not really feeling those. I think Kwame May would like
And
those.
they just they should just left it as with the Navy vibes. Just leave it at the Hornets.
Yeah.
That's it. You know, that's all you guys need.
Yeah. Then we have the Air Jordan 6 Aquas, which they already dropped. I feel like this was a stretch for me for
Hmm.
Nike. Because the Aqua H, just leave it alone. You know,
Yeah,
you can't, some color works just don't work on every model, in my opinion. Um, Air Jordan 8 winterized. Um, I feel like this has a select audience for the people who get a lot of snow. In theory, I should probably pick these up because granted we didn't get a lot last year, but we do have a moment. But to be honest, if it's like that, bro, I'm not going outside, you know. But that winterized material is supposed to be designed where if you get it snow wet, it should be good to go. Then, like I said already, we got the gratitudes, which this one right here, the next one is kind of throwing me off. They got like a Jordan 11 Neapolitan.
Neapolitans. Yeah.
Aye, that is
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You guys can keep that.
like it's basically the DMP, well, the gratitude, quote unquote, with a pink hit on the bottom. It didn't work well with these. It's one of those. It probably looks
It
good,
was nice on the threes. I'm not gonna. It was nice on the threes.
but the threes wasn't black. They was like brown though.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, but the threes it worked on those. You know.
Yeah. So my thing is this: these 11s need to be a hint of brown patent leather. You would
Ugh,
think.
ugh.
Well, I'm just saying, if you're gonna do that,
Yeah.
it ain't working with the black either. You might as well
Blue,
be.
brown, patent leather, huh?
I'm just saying, if it ain't working with the black
Yeah.
hint, then you might as well put.
I know, but I just don't see that being a good idea ever at all. That they even thought that there'll be, something like,
If Travis did a Brown 11 joint, everybody go crazy over it. I don't want to hear all that. I don't want to hear it.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
I'm about to say, if Travis did an 11 and he did that brown patent leather and put his logo somewhere subtly on the back heel of that shoe, different ball game. And everybody be like, hey, you know what? They're growing. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like,
Same
nah.
the same thing with these cut the checks. I'm the guy that advocates for the shoes that everybody says they don't want, and then come a week before the shoe comes out, I'm looking at it from a different light. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you is.
You know, so
I would say at least I would say I stay consistent. I'm
yeah,
not
you
saying I
do.
don't.
You
I
stick to
switch
your
up.
guns on
I
shit,
switch
man.
up sometimes though. I switch up sometimes.
I mean, only thing I can say these J Balvin's, but I can get that because, like I say, you know, it is something. If you if you just take a look at it, maybe something will change for you. You know,
Yeah,
so
true.
I'm saying I can get those. You know, uh, but I'm specifically for sure. It's good that you brought Travis into this because it's specifically for sure about these cut the checks. That's really gonna make or break, and that's really gonna show you the true consumers or sneakerheads, the people who's just buying because it's Travis. You know.
True. Is the store we were thinking of to come back on? Was it undefeated? We're talking about.
Yep. Thank you, my
Okay,
brother.
cool.
Thank you. Yep, undefeated.
Okay, yeah.
Exactly.
Give you
Exactly.
undefeated five.
Which they
Okay, cool.
actually, yeah, because they already have those green undefeated fours. That's
Yeah,
why, and that's what we compared them to. Only
yeah.
difference is undefeated actually has the 3 bars and the crossbar on the back,
Got
or is it
you.
on the tongue? I think it's on the back or the
Okay.
back heel.
Okay, yeah. I don't know
But yeah,
why.
yeah, thank you. Yeah,
The more
undefeated.
you was
Exactly.
talking, I'm like, my brain was like, I'm listening, but I'm also that had it was gonna bother me.
Yeah,
You
it's
know what I
like
mean?
that one time when we were talking about the shits when me and you, and then we completely changed the subject, and you was still, man,
Hey,
never play. You still on that shoe. I'm like, yo, we changed the subject like 2 times already. You still talking
all
about
right.
that?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
but no, that's good. Undefeated. Yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah, so
exactly.
that's the one we were talking about earlier. Undefeated fives. Air Jordan 12 cherries. Um, I gotta have those, man. I don't care.
Yeah, yeah. No,
I
I mean,
gotta have them.
yeah,
They're,
yeah. I don't
man,
know.
I gotta have
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
I
I
gotta have them.
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna
They
go for them.
looking.
I'm gonna go
They
for
look
them.
beautiful,
Yeah,
man.
they do.
Beautiful,
They do. I mean,
beautiful.
I'm gonna go for these up tempos. I think I'm gonna try for these up tempos though.
I'm on the fence about those, but
It's
you
just
know,
a classic. It's just gonna give me that '90s feel. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, like I said, to be honest, if I end up going for a pair, I'm gonna click on the purple pair first. I don't know
The
why.
black, because the black is just too common, right?
Yeah,
But
the
no, the
black is
purple pair is actually. I feel like the purple pair is just too common. That's the one people are gonna want.
I don't know, man. I think
But
it's
the black, like I
sophisticated.
say, the black is just
When
it's
I
just black
did the
on
drip
purple.
flip or skip, they did say the purple pair was going more than a black
Yeah,
pair.
that's what I'm
So
saying. Because the black pair, we've seen those. We've seen those already. They came out in the '90s, only in the high top version.
yeah,
Now they just cut them low. It's still the same shoe, and this purple one is kind of
I'm
like a
glad.
newer age, and it's like a new colorway, and people are like, it's different, you know?
Yeah, and I'm like you. I'm glad they didn't do the find a way to extend something on the shoe to you know what I mean. Sometimes you
Yeah,
can do a bit
it's
much.
cut. I feel like the cut is nice. I feel like it's gonna look good in jeans or shorts. You know, I feel like it's
Most,
gonna look good in high or low socks. You know,
yeah, I
and
think
it's gonna just give you that classic '90s feel. I mean, for sure, it's for sure gonna have that bulkiness to it.
yeah.
It's gonna
And
be a
then if
big
you yeah, I think it's gonna be versatile more than what people think. I think
deal.
you know. I think that's where you're looking. We're gonna have versatility.
I feel like the box is gonna be probably from a half size to a full. I wouldn't say a full size, probably about a half size bigger because the shoe's gonna be so big, you know.
Yeah.
Pause.
Also, we have on the radar Air Jordan 13 wheats. Um, I never was a fan of those.
Of
That
whose?
it's a wheat colorway. Like it's
Oh yeah, yeah.
13 wheat. Like it's basically in
They
my.
should they should just
If I
name
had
those
to,
the Gore-Tex. They should name those
yeah,
Gore-Tex 13s or some shit.
yeah. If I had to describe them, they just look like desert
Yeah.
colorway in
Oh
white.
yeah, just a straight brown color,
Yeah,
wheat
it's
color as they call it.
it's wheat, but it's mostly white, but it got that hint of wheat on it.
Hmm.
And then I
I
think
like what was I think is the curry or the chutney 13s.
chutney is what you're thinking of.
Though it's like that, like the little suede wave above the bumps. I think it was
Yeah,
like that sand color, and then
yeah.
the little padding with the bubble at the back was like a crimson looking color, like a maroon color.
I think you're talking about the chimson or the
The
chutney.
chutneys, yeah.
Chutney. Yeah. And then last for not least, what we have on the radar, Air Jordan 14, black and white. Um, those, in my opinion, will sit. But I will say this: if you're in the pair of just like I need some new comfortable shoes, and you just hey
You see
whatever.
those? You see those other eights that's supposed to be coming? They're like black, gray, and white.
Nah, what they call?
I don't know. I just saw a picture of them. I think that they're supposed to be coming out. I don't know if this year or later next year, but it's like apparently it's supposed to be more eights dropping.
Got you. Okay. I'd rather see more H drop than them keep
Yeah,
throwing twos down our throat.
I
Pause.
rather see. I bring the tens, man. Bring the tens. Come on.
Mm,
They're already there. They're to the eights now. They're to the eights. Tens are
keep
coming.
it-
Tens are. Watch that day when the tens pop up on sneakers, man. Watch the day.
And
I'm
I'm
right. I'm calling it now. The day those tens be on there, hey,
I
I'm waking you up. Yo,
no, you're
let's
not.
go.
I'm
Let's
telling
go,
you, I'm
brother. Come
like,
on. It's
yo,
almost.
hey, I'm gonna cuss you out, bro. Like, out of respect, I'm like, bro, damn well, like, nah.
If it's the
Granted,
Chicago tens, come on now.
I will say the tens though are comfortable. I
And
had
if it's the
three
Chicago
pairs.
tens, you already know that you gotta wake up for
I
those.
had
It's
three.
just classic.
I had three pairs of tens and sold them all. But yeah,
Yeah.
maybe I don't know. I'm gonna say maybe.
I mean,
But
that could be the only exception. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
The Chicago tens.
most definitely. Let me just read through the rest of the chat, and then we're gonna wrap things up for tonight. Been on the joint for an hour and 40 minutes. Um, let's see. Divine Photo says Jordan Brand knows people in the hood wear sixes. True, I'll give you that one.
So they try to say, "Hey, we're gonna throw the best of both worlds on these months."
Yeah, I mean they got it. Like I said, they know their audience and they know where they're gonna sell at. He also says definitely it's worth it. Divine Photo says the ambush up tempo is worth it.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
so
Exactly.
a
Yeah.
lot of people are feeling those low key.
hmm hmm
Uh, Manny says I need those black and white 14s. That's all, folks. I mean for comfortability, and again, it's black and white. To be honest, no matter what
Manny, you're not
color,
gonna go for these up tempos. This is definitely something I see you in.
maybe, but yeah, Manny, I feel like just been keeping it subtle lately and chilling,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, but I feel like this is something he would like pull off these up tempos. I see it like this is definitely something up his alley.
Most definitely. Divine Photo says tens will happen next year, probably.
Good,
Maybe.
good, good. Hell yeah, I'm waiting for them.
I'll say comfortability, they're nice. Like I put them on the level of like comfortability with
Threes.
the 13 and 14s. 13 and
Okay.
14 comfortability. Not
Okay.
the threes, you gotta wear them a couple times, but
Yeah.
the 13s and 14s, they good to go right out the box.
Okay.
Um, let's see. Manny with the kick says, I'm gonna make them black cat 14. So he's gonna customize them. Okay.
Okay.
It was custom because Manny be doing his custom thing.
Mhm.
He says, yes, sir, Devon. I seen Nike dropping some tens next year. Okay, so
Ooh.
definitely tens on the radar. There you go,
Yes.
Mr. Dunks. There you go.
Okay.
So other than that, man, been on this joint hour and 42 minutes. Appreciate everybody for coming through, showing love. Me
Mhm.
and Dunks will be back Saturday with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast. So y'all smash the like button, sub up to the channel if you haven't done so already. Of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones and I make content about sneakers, occasional try on hauls, and we got music Mondays for sure. Appreciate y'all for coming through and kicking it with the kid. Thank you, Dunks, for coming through and
Of course.
just putting your 2 cents and your thoughts into it. Definitely always much more funner to be on live with you than without you.
Oh yeah, of
Um,
course. I try to
definitely
make it every time. We
appreciate that.
yeah,
But
yeah,
I
we did
know,
this. I'm gonna be here when I can. Sometimes I just can't, but hey,
hey,
we started
I,
this,
re-
we're gonna finish it.
I respect it. I
Yeah, of
respect it,
course,
man.
of course.
So other than that, man, sign up for that Sold Out Discord. It is free to sign up. Appreciate all the people that's been coming through, signing up. We did have a little troll that was in there, but I took care of them.
Lil
But
Wayne,
I know, right?
Lil Wayne.
We took care of them. But honestly, in that, man, we'll be back on Saturday. And definitely I got more content on the way. And I'm gonna let Dunks take us out.
Hey, yeah, thanks everybody for joining us. This was a good one. Like I say, unfortunately, I came a little bit later, but hey, better late than never. We got it done. Um, so yeah, I don't know. We don't really got much more going on for this week, but Saturday, I'm thinking we're getting these up tempos. So I guess that's gonna be the next hot drop until we get later on into the year. I mean, into the month. So yeah, but let's just stay
Are
tuned.
you so
Huh?
you're saying the 6 aquas are gonna sit because they coming Saturday?
Yeah.
I'll say a slow. I will say
They're
the.
gonna sit. They're not gonna sit. They're gonna sit. Yeah, it's be a slow trickling sale. Like you, I'm telling you, there's gonna be a men's size that's still left.
Oh God.
These up tempos are gonna sell out. They sold
Yeah.
out last time.
Yeah. I mean, it's a collab, and it's actually looking pretty
What
fire
color? What color was the first ones that they did?
with the.
Ambush up tempos. This is the first pair.
This
They've
is
done
the
another
first.
pair.
I only other pair that I know they did was like a brown and like yellowish, like it's
That
brown.
one. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That
But
one. Yeah.
that one, I don't think that one dropped in the states yet.
Really? They've
If
had
it
one. I
did,
thought they've had
if
one on sneakers already.
if it did, I missed it. I'm not saying I don't
Yeah.
remember it
You
dropping.
definitely probably missed it. Yeah.
I probably missed. I know which one you're talking about, but I must have like literally just kept scrolling for real.
Yeah, but yeah, so all to say, but either way, like I said, we got more dropping on Saturday. So pick your poison, whichever pair you want to go for. Hey, if you're lucky enough to have somebody to help you out and try to grab both pair, hey, even better, you know. But one pair is good enough for me. I think that 190 ticket, I think that's gonna do it for me, you know.
True.
And so
Devon says the first pair is the brown and yellow. They
yeah,
did drop. Okay, cool. I just probably was sleep then. My bad.
yeah, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you catch one of these, or if you catch both of these, I say it's definitely worth it to backtrack that pair too. Just if you want all three, you know.
Yeah, sometimes you just want to add
Yeah,
like a collection within a collection itself.
yeah.
Like your collection, okay, cool. I got all
But
the full stock of this.
but I can also get it as to, like I say, in your case, like I say, well, you have Travis's, but there are certain ones you just feel like you just don't need, like the Phantoms, you know,
Yeah,
which is
true.
obviously, you know, a good pair, but like I say, not for everybody. So yeah, I can see that. But yeah, like I say, just if you got the extra cash to spend, if you're bored, if you do want to complete the full set, if you grab these two, might as well just go and pick up the brown and yellow pair too. You know.
True. True. Makes sense. So, anything else you got for us, Mr. Dunst, before we take it out?
Nah, just everybody enjoy the rest of your night, and like Polo said, we'll see you guys on Saturday.
All right, man. And we're officially out this thing, man. Peace.
Peace.
My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while.